a small town sitting in the largest freshwater lake in the state. Want to catch nature at its best, or some fresh air? In this video, we are going to show you a fresh new world in an old Florida setting, Okeechobee. Our first stop in Okeechobee is the county airport. The small airport has corporate and charter flights, 2 paved runways. The airport has a history dating back to World War II, when it was used as a training field. This is also where the Landing Strip Cafe is located, and we are going to stop in for breakfast before we get this day rolling. Landing Strip Cafe has all-day breakfast, pancakes, eggs, biscuits, lunch specials, burgers, sandwiches, and there is a view of the runway that you can enjoy planes take off or land. Imagine a place in Florida so big it's nicknamed the Big O, because it's basically an inland ocean, but it's actually fresh water. Lake Okeechobee is like a giant, shallow, watery playground, 730 square miles of it, where you can't even see the other side. The lake is surrounded by a giant water wall, because the lake likes to get a little extra big when it rains. This massive wall was built around it. We'll talk more about this dike in a few minutes. And it has one of the largest concentration of gators around. On a sunny day, you can see them floating like logs, sunbathing on the muddy banks. Or if you're lucky, watch a baby gator swimming with its mom. On the downside, Lake Okeechobee is shallow with an average depth of only 3 meters. It is usually well mixed by the wind. However, on calm, sunny days, the water can form layers with less oxygen at the bottom. The water's clearness or transparency changes with the seasons. It is usually less clear in winter and clearer in the summer. Today, we are noticing that the lake looks like a bit dirty. It's only about 9 to 10 feet deep on average, which means it's perfect for plants and animals to live in, not just swim through. From the middle, it feels like you are sitting in the middle of a never-ending, calm, brownish-blue sea. We've been exploring what real lake life looks like across the state, from quiet communities like Lake Placid to today, Okeechobee. These places might surprise you. If you're curious to find out whether lake life is better than beach life, stick with us. Lake Okeechobee is also known as Big Water in the original Seminole Indian language. Okeechobee is located in south central Florida, about 40 miles west of the Atlantic coast. Now, speaking of center, you may think that Okeechobee Lake is in the middle of nowhere. Quite the contrary, because its close proximity to major cities like Orlando, Port St. Lucie, about an hour and a half away from West Palm Beach, and 2 to 2.5 hours away from Miami. And as for location, it is known as the Mother of the Everglades. It serves as the heart of the Everglades.
It is the gateway to South Florida, offering access to both the Atlantic and the Gulf Coast.
Right to the front of us is the Herbert Hoover Dike. It's a 143-mile-long wall with a special path on top called LOST, which means Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail, which is perfect for riding bikes and seeing the entire lake from way up high. The dike was built in 1930s by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for flood control over the devastating hurricane in 1928. There are over a dozen public boat ramps providing access to the lake. The waterways are quite a transition from the pace of busy coastal cities to the tranquility of Florida's heartland.
This is our first visit at Lake Okeechobee, and I'm at awe with this place. It is totally stunning and gorgeous. I'm just going to read a few key aspects of what Okeechobee is known for. It is the world-class bass fishing capital of the world. It is a top destination for largemouth bass and black grouper or speckled perch. And the big O, that means that it's one of the largest natural freshwater lakes in the United States. Its destination is the landscape of the southwest central Florida, and then outdoor recreation, popular for airboard tours and Lake Okeechobee's scenic trails and bird watching. Now it looks like we covered enough of Lake Okeechobee, and now we're going to go downtown and see what it's like living here in Okeechobee.
In summary, Lake Okeechobee is a huge, shallow, sunny, gator-loving, bird-watching, grassy water adventure place. As we are getting closer to downtown, we are noticing a blend of small-town shops, mom-and-pop restaurants. Okeechobee is known to have annual Cracker Trail, which are reenactment rides that honor Florida's 19th century cow hunters who drove cattle from the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic. The route was critical for transporting cattle from inland Florida to coastal shipping points like Fort Pierce for trade with Cuba. The town also includes familiar shops such as Publix, Winn-Dixie, Home Depot, and various chain restaurants like Dunkin' Donuts and Zaxby's. And there is no city without a city hall. Located in downtown Southeast 3rd Avenue is this beautiful building, which provides government services. A short distance from City Hall, located downtown on Park Street, is the Okeechobee Veterans Memorial Park, a quiet, patriotic experience featuring walking paths surrounded by lush green spaces, benches, and significant war monuments, including an M60 tank and a helicopter. It is a serene, stroll-friendly spot to honor veterans. There are tribute walls honoring veterans who served in the Vietnam War, Korea, and Iraq-Afghanistan, as well as Purple Heart Memorial. A lot of towns and communities display a Veterans Park area. This one is definitely worth a visit. For a small city, it's interesting to know that there is an Amtrak station in Okeechobee, located on North Parrott Avenue. This serves the Floridian train route between Miami and Chicago.
Okeechobee is a very slow-paced city. The only thing that moves fast here is this train. We're at Cattleman Square here in downtown Okeechobee, and these brown statues of the cows, they represent the ranch life or the cattleman here. So it's a little replica of what it used to be here.
Cattleman Square is in downtown, an open-air park also known as Flagler Park. It was built honoring the region's deep-rooted cattle ranching history, with a 10-piece life-size bronze sculptures of cowboys, cattle, and a horse, representing a 1960s era cattle drive. And the way they are positioned is the way the cattle drive would have been. The display also includes a cow dog, a bull, and a calf. It is an educational and cultural landmark designed to give visitors the experience of walking alongside a walking cattle drive. While visiting the Veterans Park, this puts us in a close proximity to shops and cafes. Let's see what they have here. There are some boutiques, but it's strangely quiet. I just wonder, where is everyone?
Saturday afternoon here in Okeechobee. This is downtown, and I can tell you it's hardly anybody out here. It looks like we are the only one walking, and notice that a lot of stores are closed.
Spotted this mural here across the street from the Cattleman Square, and this depicts the lifestyle of what the Okeechobee used to be like. Looks like they got tomatoes. Oh, and I just got a tomato plant. Looking forward to go home and plant my tomatoes. And the bottled sodas here. I kind of missed it. Serenity Coffee Shop, and this closes at 2 o'clock. Well, actually Saturday, 12 p.m. So all the stores close very early. In a way, I like the serenity here, like the coffee shop says. But a lot of people may not like that serenity. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you like that slow pace or faster pace?
The homes can reflect the household incomes here, which is about $50,000 a year. That's lower than the Florida state average, reflecting this area's slower, more rural economy. We checked online and found out that the median home value is around $280,000 to $290,000, and rentals are about $1,000 a month. There are numerous ranch-style homes and particularly large ranch properties also. Roughly speaking, the cost can be about $340,000 and above. As mentioned in other videos, we are not realtors. We are just comparing what it's like living here. And yes, there are a variety of upscale and luxury homes available. Some homes go for millions, and surprising, the lots are quite expensive too. We are just giving you a bird's eye view of living here, as we don't have exact numbers and details, but just to give you information that there are both options here.
We were driving around and we got a scent of the smoked meats, and it was a local family doing a barbecue. So Luigi couldn't resist. We needed to get something smoked. We came to here, to Fat Johnny's. And let's see what they got here.
Fat Johnny is a popular barbecue restaurant in Okeechobee, known for its smoked meats like pulled pork and brisket. They have a pool table inside, so I guess it gives the locals a place to hang out.
We're gonna go with the rib special here. So our food came out, and it's a good thing we decided to share our meal, because the ribs look like they're good enough for 2 people. And it comes with carrots, coleslaw, and some bread here. I'm going to try out the different sauces here. They're not labeled, so give each one a shot. Looks like you have the traditional barbecue. Oh, maybe this way. Hold on a second. How about that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Couldn't get much a slower place than this. There's like not even 20 people in there, and they're so slow, taking it very easy. I could imagine this place in a fast-moving atmosphere, like in a beach area. I don't think they will be able to handle it. Even the restaurants and places to eat are very, very slow-paced.
But overall, the ribs were good, so no complaints there.
We had planned to have dinner at Good Spirits Lounge, a popular bar and restaurant known for its lively atmosphere, so we may have to come back to visit this place. Too bad, because we could have seen something lively.
Okay, so let's talk about something that really matters. What does it actually cost to live here? Because when you compare this to coastal Florida, it's a completely different world. In towns near the beach, you find homes that are pretty much in the millions of dollars or close to $1 million. But here in Okeechobee, it's a different kind of world here. They're significantly lower in price.
The most stunning view of this lake is when the sun goes down. The big O turns into a painting. Because the sky is so wide open, the water reflects the pink, orange, and purple clouds, making it feel peaceful and magical, like a quiet hidden gem in the middle of Florida.
What is the greatest pro or like about Okeechobee? This. The beautiful red sky, a beautiful sunset right by the lake. We hope you enjoyed this video on Okeechobee and it was informative to you. It is a different lifestyle here in Central Florida as compared to the coastal regions. Life is very different here, but every region and every town has its way of living, and that's what makes this beautiful, all the differences. But somehow there's people that like the quietness, and then there's people that like the fast pace. It's up to everybody's choice. Give us a comment what you think about Okeechobee. And while you're there, hit that like button and subscribe. It will help us out tremendously. Thank you for watching. Till next time.
And if you haven't seen our video of Fort Lauderdale, be sure to watch it. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.